who I think is mostly us, in the chat.
You know, mostly
Hi,
us.
myself. You are looking amazing today, and no one can tell, but you are. You're pretty awesome. And welcome to Curse of Strahd, where our players may have accidentally, found themselves in Barovia. Maybe. They don't know yet. We'll soon find out. Ha 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 ha. I mean nothing. So the portico is opened. Can you guys see the map?
No. It's all...
No. Yeah, black rectangle.
Yep.
Okay then, hang on. I didn't realize that this was actually on the fog of war. Is this on the fog of war? Oh, turn. No, it's not. Why is it black then? Let's see. Global illumination force. Oh, hang on. Can you now see it?
I see everything.
Full map, yes.
Alright. Hide things. Turn on. There we go. Can you now see that?
Yes.
Just outside the house.
You are just outside the house. You see nothing else. Look away from the screen. Welcome to Glasgow. You are currently all black and white whilst we wait for your amazing commissioned artwork to bleed, as made by Kiori, aka Bubbles, on Twitter, because she's amazing. I'm just going to move all that into place. So
I actually dig the black and white version of Caster.
It looks nice in black and white.
Seems appropriate.
It fits to the theme.
There is a wrought iron gate with hinges on one side, and there seems to be a lock on the other, and it fills this archway of a stone portico. It seems to be unlocked from what you can see with your passive perceptions, and there seems to be oil lamps hanging from the ceiling by chains, flanking a set of oaken doors into what looks like a rather grand foyer. And the two little children just go, "The monster's in there in the basement."
Do you know how the monster looks like? Have you seen it?
I've heard it. It howls.
Does it howl like a dog?
Or like a cat.
Giving you a mean look.
It howls like a dog.
I don't like dogs.
Are you going to help us? Yes, are you going to help us?
Yes, we are in fact going to help you. Someone big and strong should rush in there and kill things.
Okay. Did you say if the door was locked? Sorry.
The door seems to be unlocked from your passive perceptions.
Okay. I will turn to the larger members of our party and say, does one of you want to bust the door down, or do we want to go in sneaky-like?
I'm always for sneaky.
I don't think we have any Talrenians here.
What's a Telrenian?
It is a gnomish term. Those gnomes with the strange terms. It means giant people who kick down doors, which could refer to many people.
Okay. Then does somebody want to sneak in?
I can try.
Okay. Also, would my mage hand be able to open the door?
You can certainly try.
Do we want to give that a shot in case there's something waiting right at the door?
They said that it was put in the basement, so there shouldn't be anything right on the other side of the door.
We'll hope.
I will just grab the doorknob and open it. Not going through, just pushing the door open and see if it works.
You push the door open and you hear as the door opens very loudly and creakily.
That's the
peeking
medic.
in, you can see a shield emblazoned on the wall, and you can see a couple of portraits in the distance, and another set of doors.
I will step in.
As you step in, you see a very stylized golden windmill on a red field on this shield.
Is that a crest any of us recognize?
You can make a history check. If you are a noble, I will let you make this with advantage, but I don't believe any of you are.
I'm not noble, but I'm dialing well. I'm rolling well.
You try and think of a family with this crest, and you search your memory, and you don't know of a family like this. You know of the Derolos, who have a tree, but nothing like this. And there seems to be two paintings framing either side.
Look at the paintings. What do they show?
They look very like the children. They have dark hair and very pale skin and very haughty look on their faces. Rounded ears like humans, and they seem to be wearing very fine attire with very high necks, very prim and very proper.
Okay.
So, next doors?
Okay. Does anyone want to follow directly behind Misty? If not, I will.
I can. I'll go.
Okay.
The next set of doors are a double set of doors made out of a very nice rich mahogany with two sets of pane stained glass, which seems to again be another windmill on a red field design.
Do we see, since it's stained glass, do we see light or movement behind in the next room?
There seems to be some light flickering through.
Sunlight.
Some light. It's S-O-M-E.
Got it.
Not sunlight.
No movement, just like flickering light?
Just flickering light.
I will open the doors because I guess those won't be locked.
You open the door,
Mm-hmm.
and I need you to make it. I'm kidding. You open the door into a wide hall, which seems to run. You're just guessing from the outside of the building. It seems to run the width of the house. It's quite large, and there seems to be a black marble fireplace to the left, which is where you can see a very low fire. Let me just reveal this for you.
Just gone through these doors here.
Yep.
Okay. I was even a door
that is
behind
the
that.
fire.
Okay. Good. Oh, fireplace.
So there is a fireplace, and you do see a very spiraling, sweeping staircase to your right. There seems to be wood panels along all the walls, and they seem to be sculpted with images of vines, flowers, nymphs. This is very beautiful, very different to the outside of the building, which was almost decrepit. Inside it is beautiful, almost like preserved in time.
Okay, so Misty will warm a little bit on the fireplace because the weather outside is not really nice.
Weather outside is frightful and the fire is so delightful.
Yeah, that was my thinking. I didn't want to go there.
Strahd is Santa.
Okay, so it's supposed to be in the basement, isn't it?
It's supposed to be, yeah.
Do we want to check upstairs and this level first?
I think this level first.
I think our priority should be finding the other small child.
I would say the priority is to fight the monster, which is in the basement, and we need to find a way to the basement, because then the child should be safe.
Well, if the monster escapes while we're fighting.
Split the party. Sorry.
That is an option.
Where I come from, that's a curse.
Hmm. Can I go over? I guess where I went, there's a door.
There does seem to be a number of doors. There is a door ahead of you, there is a door to the side, and then there seems to be 2 more doors just around the corner and one to the south.
Can I just put my ear against that door that I'm standing in front and see if I hear anything behind it?
Make a perception check for me.
Oof.
Oh! You put your ear to the door and you listen very carefully. And you hear nothing, but as you press your head close to the wooden door, you're looking at this paneling, and where you saw flowers and nymphs, as you're looking carefully, you see a hidden design in the walls of snakes and skulls and tiny, tiny bones of children.
Like
I am jumping back.
I'm back.
images of children's bones or actual children's bones worked into the wall?
Images of children's bones worked into the wall. Hi!
Slightly
You're
less
investigating
creepy.
the house.
I will jump back, point at the wall, and telling them what I saw. And then closely shaking that off and stepping closer and taking a look at it.
The stairs go to the second floor?
The stairs seem to go up towards the second floor.
Okay. Can I send Corvus up to kind of survey the second floor?
You can certainly do that. You can certainly send Corvus up. Corvus flies up the set of stairs.
Specifically looking for the other kid.
It gets up to the second floor, and you get the image of more pictures. There seems to be, you see now, 2 children, pictures of said 2 children, the same 2 children that are downstairs, and a mother and a father, and in the father's arms in this painting is a swaddled baby, which the mother is looking at almost with an odd expression. You see a couple of suits of armors, and as you keep going around, there seems to be another sweeping staircase going up another floor.
Okay. It looks pretty good up close. And any doors on the second floor are closed?
They all seem to be closed.
Okay. I'll go ahead and send him up to the 3rd floor, since that should still be within 100 feet.
He spirals all the way up to the top. There is this one seems to overlook slightly. There's a balcony, more of an effect, and there is another suit of armor. This one seems to be draped in cobwebs. There are more owl lamps, and all the doors here seem to be closed yet again.
Okay. I'll go ahead and bring him back down to me.
Corvus flies back down. Doesn't land at first, just like trail mix.
And I will drop out. I'm sorry that you now have to do that maybe with 2 characters, but Misty basically is curious and will hit anything that comes near her that she doesn't know.
Okay, it was awesome playing with you, Vicky.
I love you guys. Next time I'm there for the full game, I promise. Bye!
No problem, you rule.
Bye.
All right.
And now
Bye-bye.
I get to pilot a monk. Yeah!
At least not pilot 2 at the same time.
That's true. Yay! Good for you. This is amazing. The Misty is going to actually open this door to this room because boom, there's a door, and she's going to open it because you know why not.
Okay.
Which does reveal another room. It seems to be a dining room with more wood paneling, mahogany table, a crystal chandelier above a well-set dinner table. red silk drapes covering windows, a couple more paintings, and a lot of silverware.
I would like to investigate the silverware to see if I can tell if it's actually silver.
Make an intelligence check.
Okay, guys, so I've done this twice now, and it's always been like 3. So, here we go!
Oh, one better! Improvement! There are windows, I will just say that. Those are the windows there.
Well, I thought that's what I discovered. I'm looking at the silverware. I noticed that there are windows.
There are windows, and they seem to have red sort of drapes. The carpet does not match the drapes, and there is another smouldering. There is another fireplace, which does seem to have a fire inside it. You can make a perception check for me as well.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. What? Okay. This is how we're gonna do it. Gotcha.
Okay.
It just looks like a room. Again, there seems to be odd wood paneling. That's about it. The paintings of horse-mounted, not house-mounted. That would be very impractical. Horse-mounted aristocrats chasing after a wolf.
Okay. The black square in front of me, did you say that was a door on the wall too? Or something
The
else?
black square in front of you is a door.
Okay. I'll go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. If it's a closet or something.
Open it up and peek inside, and it seems to be a cloakroom. There seems to be several black cloaks hanging from hooks on the walls, and there is a top hat on a high shelf.
Okay.
I'm gonna open the door in front of me.
You open the door in front of you, and there is a wolf there. And for a moment you're like, and then you realize it's not moving, and it's certainly not breathing. As you look around the rest of the room, there seems to be 3 stuffed wolves and a series of stuffed stag heads along the wall. It kind of looks like a hunter's den. There seems to be 2 very nice padded chairs, an oak table between them with there's a cask of wine, there's some very nice wooden goblets, there's a pipe rack, there's a candelabra. There's a very nice chandelier hanging above, and there seems to be 2 cabinets up against 2 different sets of the walls.
I guess I'm gonna go take a look in the cabinet, see if there's anything worthwhile.
The first cabinet is unlocked, and it holds a small box containing a deck of playing cards and assortment of wine glasses. You go to the other one, rattle, 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 rattle. It seems to be locked.
Okay.
Oh, I've got a locked cabinet in here.
With your detect magic, there doesn't seem to be anything within 30 feet of you.
Okay. It's concentration, so I'm just gonna keep it up.
Okay. Right here, the door to the top, I'm assuming, just goes into the dining room. What about the door to my right?
You open it.
Mm-hmm.
You hear Ronan say, there's a cabinet locked as you open the door, and it seems to be, I don't know why that looks like a toilet. It is not a toilet.
I was going to ask.
It's an oven for some unknown reason on this map. In the bathroom, there seems to be an oven, and in the toilet, in the kitchen, there seems to be a toilet. I don't know why. I don't know why these 2 things have been mixed up. But they have. It seems very tidy in here. There seems to be cookware, utensils, a stove, another door, but it seems to be mostly just a normal bog standard kitchen.
Okay, I'll go ahead and take a peek through that other door.
I'll go and help with the locked cabinet.
roll
If my
sleight of
detect. Okay, does my detect magic pick up anything first?
Let me see. It does not.
Okay, then I will roll a set of hand and see if I can. Oh, I should probably actually roll with these tools. So it gives me my proficiency.
Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Jiggle, jiggle. No. It's not.
I'll call
Unlucky.
Misty over. Maybe you have better luck with this one.
Let me see. Let me bring up Misty's sheet.
Is that room up top just basically a pantry type place?
It does. It seems to be a pantry. It seems to be very freshly stocked. It's all very fresh food in there. It seems like whatever made these people leave, they left quickly and fairly recently.
Okay. I'll come back to the main room.
Misty just can't get it unlocked either. Wiggles. Makes a noise. Makes an angry cat noise.
My new goal is to make you make that angry cat noise as much as possible.
I've heard too much of angry cat noise over the last month, damn it.
Also in the room with the wall stand, there seems to be yet another fire again, still slightly burning.
Can I get down on my knees and put my ear to the floor to see if I can hear anything coming from a basement?
You can make a perception check for me.
Okay, guys, it's a check, so we know how well I do these.
You put your ear to the floor, and you're sort of looking around and you're like, there's no windows in this room. This room is very dark. So these carpets do not match anything, because they do not have to match any drapes, and you can't hear anything else. Just your gentle thoughts about the world.
We haven't seen any stairs going down, have we?
No, you have not.
I was just about that.
Yeah, so...
Are there any marks on the floor, like claw marks or anything where something's tread?
You can make a perception check for me.
Yeah, I'd like to do that too.
If you're moving things around to try and look at things, you can make an investigation.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make an investigation.
That's no good. I would like to go to... Ronan's the one holding the bag of colding, is that correct?
Yes.
I will go to Ronan and I will tell him, there appears to be a pantry just off of the kitchen over here. There's some fresh food that appears to be in decent condition. We might want to put some in the bag in case we need extra rations.
Alright, so I guess I'll go and do that.
As you go in and do that, make a perception check for me.
Perception. That's something great. It's going to be an 11.
You managed to put all the food in there. Pairs look good. Just a couple of fruit, a couple of bits of meat. You notice a dumbwaiter to the bottom, which is just about there. That is a very tiny little shaft, and there is a dumbwaiter there. And a tiny little brass bell, which is attached to wires and buttons. Buttons? Buttons.
Boulder butters.
I'm getting a very Dunwich horror feel to this.
Hey guys, I found at least one way to the basement.
Is anyone small enough to fit in it?
Corvus is.
You putting Corvus in it?
In the box?
Anyone have any other ideas?
Now let's put Corvus in and send him down and see what he sees down there.
Okay, I'll have Corvus go into the dumbwaiter and we'll lower it down.
You put Corvus into the dumbwaiter, and you try and pull it, what you would think, down, and it doesn't go anywhere. It just sort of bud.
Does it want to go up?
You try and make it go up, and you pull it up, and beneath the dumbwaiter there is just stone. There's nothing below it, but as it goes up. And you can hear a little pulley, and Corvus goes, "It is dark in here. It is dark. Dark, Dad. Dark, 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 dark. Floor. Bedroom. Tea set.
Oh, wait, what now?
Tea set.
Oh, tea set. I heard key set, and I was like, I'm interested. Oh, tea set. That's interesting.
Alright.
Okay, can I ask a question here?
Yes.
Okay. There seems to be like, you walk into the hallway to this dining area, walk out, there's a closet on this side, the wall goes over, there appears to be, like, I'm missing some space.
You are missing some space. And it is just wood paneling all the way around.
Can I just, like, tap at it to see if I can see if it's... Like,
Wasn't that the paneling with the creepy bone motif?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought that was where the lock cabinet was. Where's the lock cabinet?
You thinking secret panel?
I don't know, something.
Maybe.
Try and find some.
Make a perception check.
I'll check the other side.
I'll speak of perception next to that.
Or investigation.
Did you use any for
Better.
divine sense while I was gone?
Oh, didn't use any divine sense, no.
Okay, I'm gonna use another one then.
Above you.
Oh crap.
Above us is undead?
Guys, it's
Mhm.
above us.
That's
How
not
far
above
up?
It's probably 10 feet.
us.
First floor.
Second.
No, sorry, I'm trying to work out how many feet in a floor, sorry, 10.
Yeah,
10 usually.
It's about 25 feet up.
Third floor.
Second floor.
Third floor.
It's like, yeah, it's maybe 2 floors above us.
Okay, so we got out.
Okay. Do we perceive anything about that missing block?
Let's see. There was a 4. No. A exclamation marks. No. With the 20, you look all around there, and there does seem to be some missing space, but you didn't go around the building, so it could just be that's the way the building is shaped. But you do see when you're looking at these paneling, like, again, it seems to be like nice trees, deer among like the forest, and then you kind of look at it more clearly, and you kind of see this horrible, twisted vision of faces carved into tree trunks and wolves lurking amongst the carved foliage.
I want to start pushing on the faces to see if they trigger something.
You push the faces,
Sure.
nothing happens.
Damn.
Try knocking on the wall. Is it hollow?
I was really hoping we had stepped into the movie Clue.
You knock. Crumb knocks on the wall.
Yep.
Knock. You knock everywhere. You knock the other wood panels. It sounds exactly the same as the others. There doesn't seem to be anything necessarily there.
Maybe it's just a pillar holding the house up.
I'm gonna start making my way upstairs since we know that's where the thing is.
Okay.
I'm just wondering.
I'll go up with you.
Oh, same.
Yeah. So
You've done this before. Will you all pop onto the other side of the map? Mappy map. Let me just do it. You see another fireplace. There seems to be a number of suits. They seem to be like quite nice looking suits. They have that same odd sort of shield with a windmill against sort of a red field. And each armor is clutching a spear, and the visored helm is shaped like a wolf's head.
Object, is your detect magic still up and running?
Yeah, just about to ask if anything
Let me check.
catches my senses.
is the armor ornamental or functional?
The armor seems to be ornamental, and yes, detect magic does go ping within 30 feet of you. Towards the north. So, by Ronan?
That room.
Yeah.
Okay. But not the armors themselves, like they're not going to burst to life and attack?
They do not seem to be pinging off any sort of magic. They've got really nice sort of wolf head things, and there seems to be that similar, like, odd-looking wood paneling seems to also be here. And then there is the painting of the family of the fireplace, of the 2 children, the mom and dad, and the little swaddled baby.
I'm going to take an interest in the paintings because clearly I love paintings.
You do love paintings.
I'm gonna open the door near me.
Okay. You look at the painting. It is of the 2 children, and they are smiling happily. And the baby is swaddled and turned away from the artist, so you can't quite see the baby. But the look on the mother is disgusted and scornful. And they've managed to capture that very well.
Is she looking at the baby?
Yes.
Clearly there's something wrong with the baby.
Alright.
You've discovered my... Oh, you don't see anything there. Look, look away, look away. There's nothing here. There is nothing here. La 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 la.
Don't play dumb.
You've discovered Christina's favorite room. It is the library. There seems to be red velvet drapes again covering the windows towards the north. There's a very beautiful mahogany desk and a high back chair. There is a painting hanging behind it. And there seems to be a couple of very overstuffed chairs and then floor-to-ceiling bookshelves. And a rolling wooden ladder. And this is where you're getting ding, magic. Ding, magic.
I use the radar. I try and find where the source is coming from.
You go towards the bookcase, and you go around the back where the sort of rolling ladder is, and it's coming from sort of around this area, but beyond it. And it just looks like a normal bookcase.
Okay, can I investigate, see if I can find... Start pulling books and see if one triggers a hidden bookcase or something?
Make a perception check with advantage. Because you're pulling at them, you notice a very red book which has a blank spine, unlike a lot of the other ones to the side, which has titles like Blood on the Vine, the history of Barovia, Valaki and its people, Krezik, the windmill on the hill, and then there is a number of erotic fanfiction, essentially.
Yes!
But you notice the blank book and you pull it, and it opens into a very small secret room. And you notice that there seems to be more bookshelves here, and a very heavy wooden chest with clawed iron feet. That isn't what draws your attention. It is the skeleton on the floor, darts stuck into its armor and rib cage, clutching in its hand a letter that draws your attention. And the magic keeps pinging from inside the chest. Ping, ping, ping.
Hey everyone. You have a dead person in a room.
I'll come up behind you. Do I look through and see this? This is gonna be tight quarters.
Yeah.
I'll wait outside and keep an eye.
I'll step around Mr. Skeleton and investigate the chest.
From about 10 feet back, I would like to use Mage Hand to try and extract the letter from the skeleton's hand.
Do the darts look like they came from the chest? or was it in the person's back?
Christina?
I was muted. I've been talking a lot. And I was like, oh, why are people keeping... Oh, wait. You sort of mage hand the letter out. Nothing happens. The skeleton doesn't crumble. It doesn't go to life. But it does look, from like a quick cursory glance at it, it does look like something fired from the chest. But objects you know in particular, like chests generally only have like one fire. If it's like just a simple dart mechanism, it's like 1 or 2. Poo poo poo, done. So you lift it up. And there seems to be 3 blank books in there. And there seems to be some spell scroll. There seems to be some scrolls. They're totally not spell scrolls. There seems to be another couple of scrolls. And as you open it, one's a deed to this house. One seems to be a deed to a windmill. And one is a
I think
signed
you're cutting
will.
in and out, Christina.
She's good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine for me.
Oh, I can't hear somebody then, because you're talking.
Okay.
Hang on.
It might have been on my end.
Testing.
Okay.
Good.
You good?
Yeah.
Good on
Yay. I
Yay.
need to cough. If you look at the... Are you going to investigate the book, the spell scrolls, tell you that spell scrolls, things like
Yeah, I'll look through everything.
that?
Does the deed say what country we're in, or?
It refers to the house being in a village named Barovia.
Okay. Is there any books on the shelf with that on the title, or?
I think there was one called History Barovia that you
It
mentioned.
was, yeah.
Yep.
Right.
There is also it refers to Barovia, as in the village is called Barovia, and it is in a place called Barovia,
Okay.
Okay,
like New York.
gotcha.
I'm just gonna take one out and start flicking through the pages, see if I can get an idea of where we are.
The second deed refers to a windmill in the mountains east of Vallaki. And the windmill is called Old Bone Grinder. It also says that the windmill and all other properties and the house belong to Rosavalda and Thornbolt Durst in the event of their parents' deaths. The spell scrolls are Bless, Protection from Poison, and Spiritual Weapon.
Did you say protection from poison?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha. Sweet.
As you look at the letter that you pulled, let me find that for you. I believe, is it this one? Yes, it is. You begin to read it, and it says, "My most pathetic servant, I am not a messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However many souls you have bled on your hidden altar, however many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the ones who brought me to this beautiful land. You are but worms writhing in my earth. You say that you are cursed, your fortune spent. You abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, and sired a stillborn son. Cursed by darkness? Of that I have no doubt. Save you from your wretchedness? I think not. I much prefer you as you are, your dreadlord and master, Strahd von Zarovich."
Well, I'm officially weirded out.
Yeah, this does not make me happy.
It mentions a stillborn son, and in the paintings when they had the baby there, It never showed the baby's face. Is that right?
Correct.
And show them.
Did he make his wife hold the stillborn child from another woman? Because that's just icky.
I would agree. That's pretty messed up.
Yeah, but
Crom, as you flick through the pages of the book, it refers to a Strahd von Sarovich, a wizard who was a count and a prince, a soldier and a conqueror who killed the enemies of this beautiful land, of this mountain valley, and saved them all. You can make a history check.
Christina, did you say there were other books inside the chest?
There are blank ones, but on the bookshelves beside the skeleton, they seem to have things, very odd arcane sort of sigils on them, or sigils.
Would I recognize any of those sigils?
You can make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
Crom, you've never heard of Barovia. You've never heard of this count, a prince. There's no one like that in Amon. And with those sigils, these seem to be books on fiend summoning rituals and necromantic rituals.
Oh, joy.
It did say sacrifice in the letter, didn't it?
Yeah, there's some bad juju going on in this place.
But as you are a Raven Queen Warlock, and you flick through the book a bit, this doesn't make sense. None of these rituals would necessarily work. Someone sold them a load of shit.
Oh, well, that's going to be interesting. Okay.
So is it someone like pretending to
So
be?
this is the hot topic version of the Necronomicon.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
After that,
Topic.
I'm gonna head across the hall and check the other room.
You head across the other hallway and you open the door. Misty's like peeking over your shoulder, like wants to see, and you open it up into what looks like
The conservatory.
the conservatory. The drapes in here are more like gossamer. They let a lot more light in, although light is very precarious because here it's very grey and very thin. There seems to be a very nice chandelier hanging from the ceiling. There's a lot of upholstered chairs, and there seems to be stained glass windows in here. And they seem to be portraying, happy women and children singing and playing instruments. There's a harpsichord and another fire, again, burning. And there seems to be more of this lovely wood panelling of figurines of well-dressed dancers adorning the mantelpiece towards the fire.
I'm going to cast light on the chandelier. Brighten the room up a little bit.
You cast light, and it fills the room with light and spins around a little bit, and it's twinkling like a disco ball. Whatever a disco ball is.
Conservatory 54.
Well, the undead that I sensed is on the floor above us, so if we're going to proceed upwards, we best do it cautiously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The,
Wrap up.
there's
Actually,
a
wait,
fire burning in all of these fireplaces.
There's a door right by the stairs over here. There's that a door?
There is a door there, and you open the door, and you peek in, and you can see the same dumbwaiter that Corvus had originally gone up in, and he went, beds, and there are beds there. There seems to be another door as well. This one seems to be less beautiful than the rooms outside. The beds seem to be like made out of straw, and there seems to be a footlocker at each of the beds.
I'm going to check what I assume to be a closet there to the left.
There is. Bear with me. Well, it says it's there, but then it doesn't actually list what it is. Oh, there we go. It does. You open the door, and it is a closet. You see uniforms just hanging up neatly, and they seem to be. One seems to be. There only seems to be one, and it seems to be a woman's uniform. And out of the 2 beds, only one bed seems to be have been used.
Looks like this might have been servants' quarters.
Possibly.
Is there anything in the footlockers?
Make an investigation check.
I guess I'll check it out. Investigation. 20.
It just seems to be more clothes, a sort of pressed red rose.
Do the clothes appear adult-sized?
They do, yes.
Okay, so this probably isn't where the kids were. Okay. Do we want to check out the 3rd floor? The 3rd floor is where we got the undead ping?
Yeah.
The 3rd floor is where you got the undead ping.
Cool.
There's
So
the
very
every
cautiously make my way up the stairs.
just one quick thing. In every fireplace, there's a fire burning.
Yes.
Can I check that? Because that doesn't... I mean, if the kids just left the house, maybe, but having every fire burning...
True.
Make an investigation check. And are you sticking your hand in the fire? I'm just asking for a friend.
No, not yet, anyway.
They all seem to have quite large logs in there. Like, some of them seem to be slightly lower burning than the others. Like, downstairs they seem to be less, like, they seem to be almost to the point of flickering, burning out. And up top, they seem to be more fresh. As if whoever was upstairs has been lighting the fires. Possibly more recently than downstairs.
Okay.
Alright. I'll follow the...
I was basically checking to see if there was, like, wood in there at least.
Yeah. So it's a fire instead of
Yeah, like...
fairy
is.
fire.
It's definitely a fire.
Okay. I'll follow the guys going up to the 3rd floor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same.
Ah! There it is.
As you climb up to the 3rd floor, I need to check one thing. No, that's not the one. I want that one. I want this one. It's because I keep going to click the ones that you guys can't see and not the ones you can see.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. There is nothing here.
Oh my god, we have evil chant.
I mean, no? Yeah.
The big secret is that we've always had evil chant.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. Oh, I'll grab your character. Hang on. Oh, no, you got it. I was going to say, oh, you don't want to stand there. I mean, nothing. As you ascend upwards, you see a sort of dusty balcony, and it seems to have like a nice little grooves in there, and you can see a... Where are you all standing as you go up the stairs?
Oh, I'll be where I am now.
Same.
Okay. As you get closer, you see a very similar armor suit to the one downstairs. But as soon as you get close, it creaks and tilts its head and brings up its spear.
Of course it does. It literally has a spear and magic helmet, doesn't it?
I'm gonna need you all to roll initiative. Although how much we will get this done this week is, let's see if I kill you fairly quickly. I mean, nothing.
Damn.
I'm not gonna kill you.
Okay.
Let me just pop him onto.
We did have the right way.
Whoa!
Bam.
Oh, it was worse the second time.
Is it this one? Was it this one? Maybe this one. Wasn't this one, but this one will do. Is everybody on the turn order? Let me see. Wait. Nope. Hang on. Let me add you. And let me. Where are you?
I think I'm still on the other map.
Okay, essentially when you get to the bit that's halfway up, you'll be on the staircase above,
Okay.
if that makes sense. Let me see, I think that is everybody on there. You can edit the actual thing. It will let you edit your number in if you have rolled. You should just be able to type it in.
So I'm gonna get to go last, so.
I mean... maybe? Maybe not. Maybe. Oh, I didn't look at your score. It's very low.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to roll Misty. Oh. Come here, Misty. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Initiative. Why won't you let me... oh, initiative. Okay, it was +4 anyway, so hers is 15. Chrome, what is your initiative score? Is there a 6?
6.
Thank you. Yeah, no,
that's
no,
nice.
I thought you might be going like, last, but you're going last.
Yep.
It's like, hopeful. Oh, wait, no, now you're going first. Hang on. There we go.
Yeah, last. Woo!
Obdrake, as you get halfway up the stairs, you hear creak, and you see the tip of a fist being brought up and a spear in one hand. What would you like to do, sir?
Oh, so I guess.
So do I need to move more to get full sight on this guy?
Yes, you would need to move up another 2, I might say.
Okay. I'll go to there, and then I will, with my action, this. Oh, that's wow.
Gonna hit me. It's gonna hit 2 of us.
Is it? God damn it. Oh, cool. God, I need to read my spells. Well, then I don't do that. And I need to obviously fix something because why are the words stupid? Yeah. I won't do that. I'll just use my bonus action to cast Magic Stone. And I'm not going to bother to click anything until I make sure that all my words aren't anything. But basically, touch 3 pebbles and I'm dealing with magic, and I can make a ranged spell attack with one of the pebbles by throwing it.
Okay.
And his range is 60 feet, and it uses my spell attack mod instead of my strength. So
Okay.
it will be what's up there? +5.
Also, hashtag Druid on brand.
So where's that? D20 +5. So throwing one of the pebbles at this thing for my action instead of that piece. Okay.
Strangely enough, a natural 20 hits. So, how I do natural 20s is you double your dice damage. So, whatever it is, if you roll a 6 or something like that, it will be 12.
And it takes 1d6 plus my spell mod, so 1d6 plus my wisdom, which is 3. So the d6 will get doubled. Okay. So that's 11 points of bludgeoning.
You cast it on this stone and pick it up, hurl it, and it almost feels like it's quite heavily armored, and for a moment you think it's not going to hit, and then it strikes true and leaves a very heavy dent as it thud clang into the armor, leaving a very dented section in its chest.
Yay.
Is that your turn, my dear?
Yep.
Ellerin, from your position, you can't see anything. Now you get up the top, and it's like all your buddies are all crowded on the stairs, and there's like a metal man saying, "Hi, friends," except for with his fists raised and its spear raised.
Hello, Iron Man. I am a fan of your movies. Oh, hold on. I gotta use the front thing. There we go.
Nice.
Sacred Flame.
It rolls a 14.
So, nothing.
You watch as the radiant damage just washes over and then fizzles out as this creature sort of braces and almost moves slightly out of the way of your sacred flame, and you feel almost as if your magic the way you reach out to your deity feels muffled, as if it's moving through thick cotton.
I don't like that at all. And I don't like this metal man. He's not as cool as Iron Man. I'm done.
Excellent. Oh god, I gotta be a monk. Misty runs up the stairs like for something. Oh wait, she's really far back.
She can.
Like 60 feet, not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, she can go double speed if she needs to.
I think she might. Oh, actually, no, she can get 20, 25. She stops about there and she's like, oh, can't see anything.
Well,
But
It's
then
about
she's
to be
gonna.
double, don't it?
in combat,
Oh.
movement's double for you guys.
Boop. It's gonna go up there then.
Yeah, she can do that once and then can't do it again until she stands still for a turn.
Nice. And then. Two-handed boop. Which hits. Boop. So that totally hits, and it takes that much of damage. And she hasn't put any of her other stuff in here yet, so I'm gonna say that's her turn just because I don't have Monk open right now, and I'll be prepared. I don't think she can do anything else. Let me double check. Let's see. Run, Monk. I don't think she's not. I would like her to do Quivering Palm. However, I don't feel like she gets to do that yet. She has no key points because she's level 1. And bonus unarmed strike is a bonus action. So she's going to do that. She's going to just like smack it in the face. Which hits. So it was a good thing I checked. She just like boop with the head and then reaches out and goes bad armor. And that's her turn. And the animated armor does not like that. And it also does not like the people close to it that was gonna. But who is the imminent threat? It is the cat person. Which I feel really bad for because I just rolled a natural 20.
Ooh.
Oh, I love you, Misty. I'm so sorry. I killed you when you weren't here. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Which is this damage. Oh. Yeah. Yep. You watch as Misty crumples to the ground.
Oh, crud.
How many hit points did she have?
Not
10.
enough.
Oh god.
Let's just give her this one for the moment because she's not dead yet. Not dead yet. And then it turns its attention to the next in its field of sight, which is caster, does a 21 hit.
Oh yeah, that hits. My AC is... What's my AC? It's 14, I believe.
You take 8 bludgeoning damage as it brings its fist up and smacks it into your face.
8, you said?
8.
Okay, I'm at 3 now. Oh no, sorry. Oh, it's 6.
That's its turn. Caster, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, that hurt. I am going to, since I'm in melee and that's going to be an issue, I will cast Armor of Agathis on myself. I now have 5 temporary hit points, as you see sort of a spectral frost appear all over my skin.
Interesting. You all watch as a caster who is looking rough and bloody. No, you didn't. Rough and bloody is already seems to cast like this armor you've seen on him, which seems to glow and shimmer, although not as brightly as you are used to. Crom, it is your turn.
Okay, hearing the loud noises upstairs, I'm going to rush upstairs. How much movement do I get?
Let's see, 5, 10. You could just about get to that square there. Just
up there?
Yeah.
Okay. So, seeing the metal man, I'm going to rush up and attack it with my greatsword.
Go for it.
Do I see anyone in the armor?
Make a perception check for me.
Ten.
Nah.
So there's no one in it?
No one looks like they're in it. Like
Okay.
you peek through the eyes and it just seems to be empty.
Right. Okay, so I'll just attack it with the greatsword. Strength, isn't it? So it's 16.
To hit?
Yeah.
Let me check. I don't think it does. You watch as you bring your sword down and you think, like it, you go, poof, and it just fails to connect.
Ugh. Okay. That's not good. That's all I can do.
Ronan, it is your turn. It is getting very crowded on this balcony, and one of your allies is down.
It really is. Let's see. Well, let's see. I'm just gonna attack the guy in front of me. Now, is he considered flank? Do I have advantage?
If you... Oh, no, because she's down. I was about to say, if you moved one, then she... You know what, though? I'm going to say it's very, very... In these very tight quarters, I will say you have advantage, though, because people are swarming it.
Alright, so... I'm going to
On this one occasion.
Okay. That's going to be a 18 to hit.
18 just hits.
All right. So
Finally, we're doing something.
2d6. And that's going to be 9 points of damage.
You bring your greatsword down and it bites in and it almost like takes a chunk off, and you can see now the chunk it is taken. There is nothing inside this armor.
Creepy.
Nothing action, do that.
Naughty.
I'm just gonna check something real quick. That's an action too. Alright. Well, I guess that will end my turn then, because all the rest of my stuff is all the rest of my ability is full action, so I can't do anything else.
Obdrick, it is your turn.
I shout a healing word at Misty. Why did that roll? Okay. I have no clue why it rolled twice.
Suddenly she feels at full health. No, she doesn't feel at full health, but she is at least breathing and back
so
on
6
her
points of
feet.
healing. And then I will throw another stone at this suit of armor. So,
Oh, I forgot about that one.
yeah, does a 22 hit?
Yeah, that hits. That really hits.
Then takes 5 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
Hey!
Exactly 5 points.
See, this could have ended sooner if I remembered my reaction ability.
Just like go through an eye hole and just like bounce around inside the
Oh my god.
helmet.
You have already got damn inspiration, sir. I cannot give you another one. You aim it true, and you know stone, and you know earth, and you're like, you pull it back, and it goes straight through the wolf eye, and you hear ting, 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 ting. And the armor just collapses to the ground,
Sweet.
lifeless and inanimate.
You turned it
Again.
into a pachinko machine. Well, that sucked.
Yay.
Could have been worse.
Oh, most definitely. I'll go over and help Misty up to her feet.
We just toss the third remaining stone up and down my hand. Like these are useful.
Misty is very grateful that you helped her to her feet, and also thanks you for, her not being unconscious and dead. Super sweet of you.
I'm going to use my divine sense.
You use your divine sense, and you feel a presence towards the. She says, let me check the thing. Towards the. What is the southwest on the map's compass? Which would be our.
7 o'clock.
Yeah. 5 o'clock.
So southeast?
Mm-hmm. If you look down at the bottom of the map, there's a compass of the actual direction. So towards the southwest.
I don't see the
It might be
compass.
covered.
No, it's right down
blacked
by
out.
first floor.
I might be blind. This is
Yeah, in the bottom right hand. Yeah, this the part that's covered still.
Yeah, there's a black
that corner's
rectangle there.
covered, so.
Oh, it all looks clear to me. Clear.
Yeah, still don't see a compass though, but okay.
Must be
Okay.
It's alright. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That'll be why then. I'm like, but it's right there, you guys. It's right there. Towards the southwest, which is 5 o'clock your time, so it's sort of this way.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Well, the undead presence is this way.
So
All
go
right.
to the left.
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
Caster will stay near the back this time.
Yeah. I'm
I'll leave that.
gonna open the door.
You open the door and peek in. And you see nothing at first. Just a very dusty, very cobwebbed room.
Do you want to send the bird in?
Sure. We can do that.
See if there's not lying in wait for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and send Corvus through.
You send Corvus in, and he flies in, and you see a very nice bedroom with a very nice bed, slightly disheveled, and a beautiful full-length mirror with an ornate frame carved to look like ivy and berries. And you see a wardrobe, but it is not that draws your attention.
Okay.
Apologies, I just need.
No worries.
It is the shade of a woman looking into the fire, and she is barely transparent.
Oh, crap.
And she looks up and sees you and screams, and that's where we're going to end for the night.
Oh, crap. Oh,
She just
Did
needs
she-
a hug.
oh God.
You
I
go
will say
hug her.
this: she is wearing a nursemaid's outfit.
Okay.
Screaming.
Oh, I hope we didn't just run into a banshee.
Oh.
And I would just say the title of the song is the best song title ever. Let's end on a happy note. So, our players so far have survived Death House.
Barely.
So far.
Wait, this is Death House?
This is Death House, you guys.
Oh, that's what I've heard of.
It
That seems nice.
It's nice. It's really good this time of year, so I've heard. Pretty.
I mean, there's that locked cabinet. I can almost want to punch through and see what it is, but
Yeah, I
And
think it
you
must
have
be a wolf head helmet.
well, like searching for shit. And very terribly on your checks.
Yeah.
So poorly.
Well.
Well.
Yeah, this is where I was looking to see. Oh wait, no, I can cast guidance, and oh no, I didn't take that on this cleric. Son of a bitch.
Question mark tomorrow morning, maybe? Who knows? Who knows? I hope you all had fun.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
Very much so.
You kick ass. Everybody kicks ass.
Yes.
Delightfully terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just the beginning.
Okay.
I hope you all had fun. I hope you all, whoever are in chat or in the future watching this, if it is transported to the YouTubes, enjoy Curse of Strahdina with hashtag Team Quartz, the best team of adventurers. Well, maybe after Vox Machina, and probably a number of other hero groups that belong to the Slayer's Take, but hey, probably better than Lyra, or at least less annoying than Lyra.
Oh, no, come on, don't. We're better than her.
Did you just draw on the... You just drew on Strahdina. There's like a... Hang on a second. I see you, sir. I see you. So, thanks, chat, and people in chat. For
Thank you, everybody.
watching.
Cheers.
And
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you for watching.
I'll